sketchbook tour time. Before we get too far into the video, I just wanted to say thank you so much for 7,000 subscribers. That is so cool, and I know I'm super late, but I just want to say how much I appreciate you guys, and let's get into the sketchbook tour. Let's go. It has been so long since I've done a sketchbook tour, and part of the reason is because I filled part of one, didn't finish it, and then finished another one, so it's been a while. I've been promising a sketchbook tour for like a month, and I just haven't had time to film it, and the times that I have, the recording turned out really bad, so we're trying again today. Hopefully it goes well. Alright, I don't want to ramble too much. I kind of just want to get into the tour because I'm not a big fan of the sketchbook, and I really just want to get into this one because I really like this one. So let's get started. All of the stickers are just ones that I've either made or found around my house or have been given to me as gifts, so I don't know where they come from. We've just got a bunch of random ones and some Studio Ghibli stickers. So yeah, let's get started. This is the kind of sketchbook that it is. I don't really like these sketchbooks, but they're okay. They're okay. And here we got some goals. I wanted to work on OC stuff, draw from life, have fun, be free with my art, and not try to make everything perfect, which unfortunately I was not very free with my art, and that's kind of the reason that I stopped early. So yeah, we got this little drawing. I actually really like this part of it, and a bunch of doodles, Hilda stuff. I don't know, I forgot to write the date that I started and finished the sketchbook, but I know the date that I ended it because I started this sketchbook January 1st, so I must have ended it January 1st because I always start the sketchbook the same day as, so yeah. Ciao. This page is super random. I don't know. I don't really know what to say. It's very random. Yeah. Mouse. This I really like. I found like a pose reference on Pinterest and just redrew it and stuff, and it's just like gouache, and I really like it. I'm a lot happier with it than I thought I would be. And here we got my OC's older brother, Devin. He plays guitar, and here are some ideas for their parents, but I don't like it. And this is his two younger sisters, but she doesn't look like this anymore, and I think I'm going to change her design around a little bit, so yeah. They don't really look like this, but I really like this page of Devin. With this drawing, I took a pen and I did like a super scribbly, like I just did a super scribbly, messy drawing of this face, and then I painted over it, and I really like the texture that it has and all of like the different art supplies I used. I used like gouache and pen, and yeah, it was fun. And then we got a bunch of different doodles. Mr. Crow. Yeah. Oh, and here's some of the pen recommendations that I got after making this video. Meet the artist. This was a redraw video that I did where I redrew an old drawing of mine, and I really like how it turned out, and you guys really liked the video, so if you want me to do something like this in the future, let me know, because I would love to do that. I had a lot of fun making that video. And here we got a bunch of other drawings. I was sick, so I drew all of my friends, and yeah, that's my other friend, and these are all my buddies. Yeah. Oh, shoot, okay. Here we got a Pinterest reference. Me being flabbergasted. A very bad drawing. I don't really like that, and I don't really like this. Just don't look at this and look at the rest of the page. I did this on the last day of Inktober because I didn't participate in Inktober, but I really wanted to do an ink drawing, so I did this kind of like October-y, like spooky sort of drawing with like some glitter, and I think it turned out cool. It's very shiny, and I like shiny. Yeah. Here are some layout ideas for sketchbook spreads. Very basic, but that's okay. I like it. It's fine. Moving on. I found a Pinterest reference of a girl, or like a photo of a girl with pigeons on her body. So I thought that was really funny, and so I drew it, and I really like how it turned out. The perspective in the background's kind of weird, but the sketch in the main character I like. And here are just a bunch of doodles. My computer was being weird, and so I drew that, and I really like it, and just doodles, lots of doodles. Here, this is a YouTuber that I don't really watch anymore, but I went down a really big rabbit hole of really liking their stuff. It's OK3, I don't know, their style with acrylic-like paint pens is really cool, and I would definitely recommend you check them out. And here are just a bunch of random sticky note doodles that I don't like at all. Here we got, I took a Pringle container and I wanted there to be a Miss Pringle, so I drew that. And then I drew Vi from Arcane because I just finished it. And some eyes and some Skittles. And this thing doesn't really work, it kind of fell apart, but it's supposed to be like a little exploding thing, but I kind of messed it up. That's okay though. This is a self-portrait, and here is some, like, I don't know, like, what's the thing? Like the pencil shavings? Yeah, pencil shavings. Here I took a fan brush and I closed my eyes and I took like a blue watercolor and I swirled it all about, and then I drew all the shapes that I saw. I don't really like how this turned out, but it was fun to make, so that's good. Here we got like a collage and a bunny and a little chibi character and a drawing that my friend made for me. I don't know if you can see their it's Spaceleaf530. They make really cool art on Pinterest, and you should definitely go check her out. Go look at her stuff. Here, I forgot about this. This is a schnoz. I cut out little bits of a magazine and I put it together. I'll read the description for you. This thing is called the schnoz. They originated in Cuba but migrated to South Antarctica later due to human colonization. They have very sensitive noses and hate the way that birds smell. So yeah, and some eyes. Moving on. Here we got a bunch of doodles. I really like these. They're super goofy. Especially that one. That one knows something. I swear. And randomness, not a big fan of this spread, but this spread I like. It's some fish. I painted it with like the Himi gouache, like gouache paints and pencils. So yeah, it was fun. I like it. Here is a self-portrait made out of oil pastels, because if you don't know what to draw, draw yourself. Yeah, this is me, and I like it. I did like little star stickers. I think it looks cute. It looks like me. My sister made this drawing for me. It is a mushroom, and she accidentally misspelled mushroom and it says mushy room, and I thought it was really funny, so I stuck it in here and I colored it in and stuff, and I think it's really cute. So thank you, sis. And then here's just a quote. I don't remember where it's from, but yeah. And then these stickers that I made. I really like these fish stickers. And yeah. This page almost hurts my eyes. I don't know if it picks up the same on camera, but it is my most neon-y neon paints. Like this kind of stuff, very neon. And I just did a bunch of drawings. Here we got some frogs and some eyes, and yeah. Love is a Kaleidoscope, that one song by Chaperone, and some candy. Wow. I like these glitter swatches. Here are some characters to draw because I didn't have any ideas, but I forgot about this page while I was filling out the sketchbook, so it honestly didn't help at all because I forgot that this was even here, so it's kind of useless, but you can look at it if you want. Here's some ideas for characters to draw. Yeah, these are like all of my interests, essentially. We are not going to look underneath this sticky note because it's very scary. Another messy page. This was that one song that's like pop, pop, pop music. You know what I'm talking about. I really like that song. So there it is. And then I was watching a show called Only Murders in the Building, I think is the name. And this is one of the characters that I really liked. And something sad happened, so I drew her. And then this guy, this is a Baldy. I hope it's picking up. I really like that drawing. Baldy, shiny head. Yes. I don't know. Yeah, so this page, I was gonna do a drawing to put in the middle of this, but all the drawings that I had were the wrong size, and I really liked this, and I didn't want to mess it up, so I just left it blank. So, you know, don't get mad that's not filled up all the way. I just didn't want to mess it up. Then we've got this. I did some pen doodles. I really like them. These are some of my favorite doodles in the whole sketchbook. Here, I went to go see the Wicked movie, and it was really good. You should definitely check it out. I really liked it, and I can't wait for part 2 to come out. And then we got, this is like one of those owls that like sits out on a porch and like scares away other birds. I drew the one at my grandparents' house. So yeah, here's a quote from Wicked. My cousin told me to draw a toad dressed up as Toad from Mario, so there you go. I think it looks pretty good. And then we got this cutout page, which I think is really cool looking. I want to do more stuff like this. It's like the warm tones and then like the inverted version. It looks sick. Here we got some doodles. I don't know. I really like this cat here. He's very cute. I like this page in general. I think it's fun. But yeah. Person with glasses. Oh, I don't like this page. I taped in a bracelet. That's the best thing about this page. I don't know. I drew this picture of a person and I didn't have a reference, and you can tell because it's a little rough. Not a big fan of this, but I was trying out a new pencil set, and so that's part of my excuse. I like the background though. I think it's fun. Here we got a bunch of doodles. Here's part of the pencil set, and I don't like this page very much. Here, I made a YouTube short a while ago drawing on a book page. I think here's the drawing. And people were like, oh my gosh, like, why are you ruining a perfectly good book? But before you get mad, I just would like to say, don't worry, it was some random book that I found. No one in my family wanted to read it, so I just took it because I wasn't gonna read the book, so I'd rather use it to create art than let it sit there in my shelf. A lot of doodles, so yeah, I love Coraline. You should watch the movie. Oh, this might be my favorite spread in the whole sketchbook. I don't know. I really like it. I like this face a lot. It's kind of weird, but that's kind of what I like about it. Then we got some lifesavers, funny face, yay, doodles. I really love the color scheme, everything. It's great. Okay. Here we got another awesome drawing by Space Leaf. Please go check her out. She's awesome. Here we got a waterfall card. All of my favorite Studio Ghibli characters. Not my favorites, but ones that came to mind that were relatively easy to draw. Yeah. And a bunch of stuff. Love this page. It's cool. The contrast is very bright colors because of the black background. I think it looks sick. So yeah. Moving on. Here we got the purple page. Yeah, I drew myself, but like less detailed each time. So we got boom, 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 boom. And like it gets more detailed if you go that way. And then it gets less detailed whenever you go down. And they're all looking at that one because it's like the most detailed one. I don't know. Collage of purple. I actually don't have a lot of purple collage supplies, so this was kind of hard, but I like it. Here we got a waterfall card because they're so satisfying. This one's like my best functioning one, but I don't like that. I just did like a bunch of random paint splatters to match the page, but yeah. Here we got some funny drawings, a little guy, and then a smiling me in the corner, and a bunch of doodles, jellyfish, blub blub. Blub blub, am I right? Yeah. Here, I didn't know what to do, so I covered the page in paint, smushed my book together, opened it back up, and then I wrote create, because I wanted to create. So, there you go. Yeah. Here, I was excited because there was no more school, and it was winter break, and I was excited for the holidays and stuff, and I did a bunch of doodles. I really like that drawing. But yeah. I also really like that face. I like it. This page, I don't really know. I did like one of those like drawing time-lapse things where I like kind of filled in some of it, but I don't know. I don't really like this page. This drawing's kind of funny. We got some more things to draw. Yeah, I don't know. It's okay. Here I stuck in a bunch of stuff. I like the way that these like swatch cards look. I really like keeping the swatch cards that I use and then sticking them in my sketchbook. I think it's really cool. Then we got some drawings, jinx, random person, art. Yeah. More swatch cards. This is some art supplies that I got for Christmas. like some gouache stuff and a dip pen. So yeah, that was really cool. I don't know, I really like this drawing. I think it's cool, the eyeball, and then we got some stuff. It's neat. And then here I drew all the things that I think about a lot, like stuff that I like, and I outlined it and I made it really cool. And then I found this clipping of a magazine and I was like, that's perfect. So I slapped it in, and I really like this concept. If you want to look at some of the things that I like, we can talk about it in the comments. Here I got some drawings from my friend. Ignore Hilda, she's a little bit scary. But here we got some, it says toad, 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 frog. And then we got some more happy and sad frogs. My friend pronounces Yoshi Toshi, so she drew Toshi. And then we got frog from behind, frog from the front. So yeah, put those back in. If you're watching this, thank you, bye. Do the little heart, okay. Yeah. Here is the spread of gum. I don't know how else to explain it. It's kind of just a bunch of gum. This spread was finished while chewing gum. So yeah, I'd saved up all my wrappers for a long time. And this is what we got. And then I gave my friends my sketchbook and they drew a bunch of stuff. Same people who drew these things. So yeah, thank you. Chicken, lovely. My sister and I did the, like this thing where you like fold up a drawing so like I drew this part and I didn't get to see what she had drawn. So I drew that part and then she didn't get to see what I drew. So she drew that part and then I drew that part and then she drew the bottom part, if that makes sense. So then whenever we opened it up, it was like a surprise about what it would look like all together. But yeah, I think it looks super funny. I hope that's in frame. I can't see. Yeah, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle socks. I think that's so funny. Here is me ranting about my fountain pen breaking. Yep. Random character inspired by ink. Hand. This is the, like, draw with me that I did. It was okay. It was a while ago. But, yeah. This is where... Oh, yeah. I forgot. My, friends stole my sketchbook again. And they drew in it. So we got a bunch of random stuff, but yeah, we got this spread, this spread, this spread, and this spread. It's just a bunch of randomness, but I love it and I'm keeping it. So yeah, that's the end of the sketchbook. I got very burnt out at the end. I was really hating everything I made, so I needed to stop. I needed a sketchbook with good paper, so we're bringing this bad boy. This is my favorite sketchbook I've ever filled out. I love the paper quality. I love everything in it, almost everything in it. And I'm so excited to share it with you. So let's not wait any longer. Let's dive right in. The sketchbook is pretty small though, because I had used some papers already in the past for other projects. But yeah, I'm really excited to show you this. So I painted this cover, but it is like a Canson mixed media sketchbook. That's the type of sketchbook it is. And then stickers. My friend made me that one. This was gifted. I don't know where this came from. So yeah, sorry about that, but let's get started. I started the sketchbook, like I said kind of earlier, January 1st, and I ended it February 26th, 2025. So yeah. Finished it pretty quickly. So about a month, about 2 months. But yeah, here we got some doodles. You're gonna see a lot of like these goofy doodles throughout it. I had a lot of fun with them. And then this is just a ton of randomness. This is probably my least favorite page in the sketchbook, but yeah. And then in between these two, like I had already started this, I'd done that page, but I wanted to do a 1 week sketchbook, so I made my own out of index cards, and I just really wanted to get out of my head after this, so I did this 1 week sketchbook. So yeah, I will get this done in 1 week, and it's super messy, and I just did like 2 pages like every day, and it was just really fun. I really like this one. It's cool. Bunch of randomness, and even more randomness. Yeah, this is like lyrics to a song. This is me being grumpy. Mr. Crow. Randomness. And then a different drawing that I stuck on the back. So yeah, that's the end. that's all there is to it. Moving on. Here, I think I posted these, but this is a bunch of characters that I really like. It's not all the characters that I like, but here are just some of the ones that I've been admiring at the time. This is a character from a book that I was reading, but I drew her like as I thought of her, if that makes sense. Yeah. And randomness and a sticker. So yeah. Here I went to Florida and I drew some of the stuff that I saw there, and I drew myself holding a snake. It was really fun. And yeah, this is like my view from the window and a bird that I saw there and a view of like the pier that we went on. Yeah. And then I did an escape room with my friends, and my friends started panic playing Chapel Roan. And so we were just trying to figure out how to escape this like alien invasion room, and she was just over here like H-O-T-T-O-G-O. It was really funny. But yeah, I was flabbergasted and very nervous the whole time. This is one of my favorite pages in the whole sketchbook. I really like it. I love veggie straws, so I'm biased. I love veggie straws so much. And here we got some drawings of Cruella, but it was Estella. So if you know, like before she turns into Cruella, she was Estella, and I just drew her. But yeah, here we got some more stuff. This little doodle, it's really cute, and I love all of these. That's me and my sister. Yeah, I love this page, spread, whatever. It's really cool, and this little collage is cute. Here, this is a more like collage-y sort of spread. I just gone to Hobby Lobby. I had just gotten lots of little scrapbooky bits and pieces and things, and I wanted to just throw it all down on one page. So that's what I did. Here we got a bunch of doodles. We got Mr. Crow, we got a horse, a deer, a possum, because I was driving home with my friend and there was a possum in the road, and I was like, oh my gosh, there's a possum, and I was so excited, but I didn't get a picture, and I'm really mad about that. But yeah, it was cool. That's this little guy lying on the field. Here we got a bunch of doodles. I wrote a note. It says, I love these silly little doodles so much, I think I'm addicted. So yeah, I had a cutout of this building, and my cousin was like, oh, you should make it a haunted house. And so I did. So here's the haunted house version. Yeah, and some evil geniuses. And then my friend and I were watching Duncan You Not. He's a YouTuber. He does really funny videos, and I drew two of his like characters, and then she drew them, and they're very expressive, you could say. They're very cutie patootie, and I love that so much. Here we got some doodles, some more fun ones. Let me know what your favorite doodle in the comments is. That'd be fun to learn. Let me know. And then this is like a watercolor drawing that I did. I'm really happy with how this turned out. I added some shiny paint to it, and it's all shiny and stuff, and I really love it. Yeah, I love that drawing so much. Here, this is a print that my friend did, but you couldn't tell it was a print because I outlined it in black, and then I added a bunch of paint to it, and I added a bunch of shiny paint, so now it's shiny. And yeah, that's my OC. She doesn't really look like that, but she sort of does. It's like her in a different style. And then we got the hands of the creator. This is like a project that I was doing for my art class. So yeah. This is some outfit designs, except I didn't feel like drawing legs and arms, so I didn't. Yeah, they look like a bunch of weird mannequins, but that's okay. I like the outfits a lot. This one's my favorite. It's cool. Here we got some swatches. You already know how I feel about my swatches. I love swatch sheets so much. They're so cool looking. So yeah. And then underneath, I did a bunch of drawings with only one line, which is so much fun. If you're having like art block or you don't know what to draw, just draw a bunch of stuff on your desk with only one line. I was drawing my hands, and I was drawing like my little stuffed animal, and it was just so much fun. And yeah, it just really gets me out of my head and stuff. Bunch more doodles, some little gum wrapper hearts and stuff, and I was listening to Billie Eilish, and I was getting into it, man. I believe I made a video about this, but it's like I closed my eyes again and took the fan brush and I squiggled around, but this time I took a fountain pen and I outlined it, and it's really cool looking. I think I did this one on camera and I did that one on my own time, which you can tell because this one's more messy. But yeah, it's super cool looking. I had a ton of fun doing this, like the texture and stuff, and I totally need to do it again. I forgot about that, so I need to do that again. Here, I drew my bedroom in one line, or like part of my room. The perspective is really wonky and it kind of doesn't really look like that, but that's okay because it was fun and I had a good time. So yeah. And then under here we've got a bunch of doodles, turtle, frog, ripped up sticky notes. Yeah. Here's a ton more doodles because I cannot be stopped. I will not stop and I cannot stop. And then a face, and then I rewatched that Mean Girls, and I can't remember, I think it was like Katie. She's the main character. I drew her. It kind of looks like her. I don't know. Moving on. This is me. This is me holding a book, and I drew my outfit because I felt good in my outfit that day. And then a bunch of pixel art. And oh my gosh, how would you have guessed? More doodles? What? Who saw this coming? And then we got Lin Chong, but like a younger, one of her older videos. I really liked the video, so I drew her. Here we got some figure studies that I did in a minute. I didn't like color them in the minute, but I drew them and then I went back and added a little bit of shading. So yeah, more doodles, no way. And here we got some page layouts, fun ideas, you know, stuff. Here is, there's a lot going on under here. Kind of like a trigger warning, not like a trigger warning, but like this is kind of scary. So yeah, and some side profiles. So yeah. And here I drew Avatar The Last Airbender because I love Avatar The Last Airbender so much. This is Katara, Toph, Zuko, Sokka, and Aang. I kind of forgot about Toph and Zuko, which is kind of funny because Toph is my favorite character, and I also I would say I'm a fan of Zuko, I think, but I forgot about them, so I had to draw little doodles of them. But yeah. Here we got a bunch of ideas. I had to design some logos for a thing for school, and then we got a picture of my OC's little sister, and she's really sad, but I really love this drawing. I think it turned out really good, so yeah. And then we got, I did that thing where I like took drawing requests for a while. I kind of stopped doing that. Let me know if you want me to start doing it again, because it was really fun. But here are some of them. Yeah, my favorite is probably the, I think I like the worm. As much as I admired chickens with tuxedos, I think I like the worm. But yeah, it was fun. Yep. More doodles. And here I drew some references off of Pinterest that I'm really proud of, especially that one. But yeah, it was really fun. And here we got like a blue themed collage, some stickers, some stuff, some fun. Yeah, so lots of doodles basically. I love this so much. This I did on a live stream. This was a while ago. Oh my gosh. I don't even remember. This was a while ago, but yeah, it was fun. We had a good old time. I colored it a lot off camera, so if you're from the live stream, here you can see that. And then we got some more references from Pinterest because I love Pinterest, and some doodles and some bugs because bugs are cool. Yeah. Oh, and then I went to a sketchbooking class and it was super fun. But yeah, and then I kind of drew in the style of the artist, and I really like it. I really like the way I drew this burrito and the text. Yeah, it's fun. My ink smudged a little bit throughout it, and it made me really mad, but we're good. We're good. Here we got a person with fish for eyes. It was like this old guy. It was a picture of this old guy, and he had fish like covering his eyes, like the eyes of the fish. So yeah, I thought that was really funny, and so I drew it. And then I used every single pop tab that I had, and I made the outline. And you know, I'm glad I did it. I think it frames it well, but I gotta say, I am missing those pop tabs right now because my collection was just decimated after drawing this, but we're good. Moving on, I did, I don't know if anyone else did this, but I saw a video and it was like, Copic is selling markers for $1, and I immediately like slammed down my phone, like threw my phone across the room. Like I was flabbergasted. And then I picked it back up, closed out of YouTube, Google, Copic website, whatever. And I found out that they were selling a random marker for $1. $1? It was like their Happy New Year thing. We're selling one random marker for $1, and you couldn't get more than one. But still, and this is a marker that I got for $1. I was able to get this beauty, and I felt so happy. I drew a whole spread about it. So yeah, here's like part of the packaging and stuff. And it's such a good thing that I got that, because like it's a little lighter than my skin tone, but like it's a really good quality marker, and yeah, like it's just a good skin tone marker to have. And I used it on all of these little drawings of me, and it looked perfect. So yeah. And then these are my friends. That's me, that's my friend, and that's my other friend. Love you guys. I chose to keep this page a little bit more like loose, because I wanted to show you guys like what some of my looser work looks like, and I was also kind of burnt out, so yeah. But here we got Chapel Run, a meme that popped up on my Pinterest homepage, and it's like Ken from Barbie, and he's like, "Can you not?" And I thought it was really funny. You can look at it more detail. I like that guy. And then here I drew my room with crayons. It was fun. And then I got really tired, so I was not gonna fill that bit. The collage, I think I also did this in like a draw with me video. Yeah, wait, did I skip a page? I feel like I skipped a page. I did! Oh my gosh, okay, sorry, I skipped a page. It was the page right before here. So here we are. More doodles. These are all cat themed, so you know it's good. I really like that one, and that one, and that one. I like all of them. They all feel like different stages of emotions that I go through. So yeah. And then here I had a wedding for my stuffed animals with my friends. And then that's a friend of mine, and this is like the family of crows, like a crow family tree. So yeah, this was also part of that, sort of, but I added more details later, so yeah. I like it. It's okay. Here, we got some swatches, and I was joking like, oh my gosh, this is a real nice find. Like, this is the best part of my sketchbook. But yeah. And then I did some pixel art. It's like really big, because the pixel page was like big, and it was fun though. And here we got some doodles, a painting. I was getting kind of burnt out here, because I just wanted to be done. I had one more page left. I just wanted to be done. And then Sketchbook. This was going to go on the cover, but I didn't put it on there. So, yeah. And then we got a little fold-out thing. My bus picks me up really early in the morning, so yeah. Yeah, that's the end of this sketchbook. Thank you guys so much for watching my double sketchbook tour. Sorry it took so long to make. I just haven't had a lot of time to film or edit or do all the things, so yeah. Thank you for like watching. I hope you stick around and watch some of my other videos, but you know, if not, have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye!